It all started innocently enough during my teenage years. My friends and I would often hang out at the local mall, and we thought it would be funny to pocket small items like candies or trinkets from the stores. We never really considered the consequences. It was more about the adrenaline rush and the feeling of getting away with something. As time went on, my habit evolved. I started planning elaborate heists, meticulously researching store layouts and employee schedules. I'd wait for the perfect moment, usually when the store was crowded and employees were busy. That's when I'd strike, slipping items into my bag or coat pockets with a rush of excitement that was hard to explain. It wasn't about the value of the stolen goods. I wasn't stealing out of necessity, it was all about the thrill. The feeling of walking out of a store, heart pounding, and knowing that I had gotten away with it was like a drug to me. I became addicted to that rush, and it began to take over my life. I started stealing bigger and more expensive items, from electronics to clothing, and I'd even return to stores multiple times a week to see if I could outsmart their security measures. It became a dangerous game, and I was the player who couldn't stop rolling the dice. I knew what I was doing was wrong. I'd see news stories about shoplifters getting caught, facing legal consequences, or even getting injured during their getaways. But I couldn't stop. The thrill was too powerful, and it had a grip on me that I couldn't break. One day, things took a dark turn. I was in a high-end department store, eyeing a designer purse that I knew I couldn't afford. The temptation was too much, and I decided to steal it. As I tried to slip it into my bag, a store employee caught me in the act. Panic coursed through my veins as she confronted me. My heart raced as I stammered out excuses, but the employee wasn't buying it. She called for security, and before I knew it, I was in a back room, waiting for the police to arrive. The adrenaline that had once brought me so much joy was now my worst enemy. I had gone from the hunter to the hunted, and it was terrifying. When the police arrived, I was arrested, handcuffed, and led out of the store in shame. As I sat in the back of the police car, I couldn't help but think about how my life had spiraled out of control because of this addiction. All those stolen items, all those close calls, they had led me to this moment, facing the consequences of my actions. I was charged with shoplifting, and I had to hire a lawyer to navigate the legal process.